What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna do Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Now, I tried to get it done last night, but nope, it got to be 5 a.m., and I was like, nope, I'm going to bed. There ain't no way I'm getting this done. I still had 3 more computers to do, and I'm glad it doesn't have a Lenovo, though. It wouldn't have even let me get to this point if it did. I would have probably gotten stopped right when we got to the fire bat, so that's awesome. Now, I thought it was gonna have it because I believe Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain did have Lenovo, and that's what made me think, ah, shit, here we go again. But nope, none of that shit. And so far, I've gotten pretty playable FPS on everything. It didn't look very pretty on any of the low-end stuff that's way under the minimum requirements, but, you know, it was still staying above 30 most of the time on even the Steam Deck. I was impressed. I thought the Steam Deck, like usual, would be, oh, Unreal Engine 5, all right, well, here you go. Here's 10, maybe 20 FPS with everything on low and the lowest upscaling and all that stuff, and it just looks like an absolute pile of crap. Now, it still looks kind of crappy, don't get me wrong, but it was at least playable. So, the rest of these more powerful PCs should be able to just power through it. I doubt they're going to be doing ultra native. It still seems like most Unreal Engine 5 games were just designed around using upscaling, unfortunately. But regardless, let's go hop on in and let's see what a computer like this can do.
Well, alright, we're just gonna max this game out, and at least where I was at, it seemed to do fine. Now, I did realize it acted that way on some other computers too, and then once we got to the 4% range, then it started dropping FPS a little, down like 56, 57, so that might happen here too. So if that happens, just drop it down to high and you'll probably be fine. Or turn on a little FSR, or TSR, upscaling. But now, to the game.
Over there!
What can I say? I want some more.
Who's that? I see him. Lost the enemy. He must still be in this area. Find him. Who's there? Radio, we got it. HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted, commencing attack.
Acknowledged.
let's get some camera-cord gameplay. Unfortunately, it does not support ultra-wide, and we did have a crash. But it's not the game's fault. I don't think. Maybe it's the game's fault. But it said it had a driver timeout, so I think it was just a bad overclock still. I've been trying to get this thing good, but it's just not working. I guess mine's just not a good overclocker, but that almost always happens to me. I'll get like best overclocking CPU or GPU there is for this particular brand. It'll be like everyone's just like, dude, it's the bee's knees, it's great, it's awesome, and then I can't even overclock like 5 gigahertz. And then everybody looks at me like, oh my god, you're retarded, you're the dumbass. I'm like, dude, it's just because of things I lost this car. It's got nothing to do with me, piece of shit. People are way too high and mighty of themselves. Like this guy, for example. Look at him moseying around, thinking he's a shit. Could have gotten in there too, hell yeah. Gotta look a little harder. But if I remember correctly, this is the way out. I went past this thinking, where do I go, so many times, and it was right there the whole time. For frickin' landmines. I blew the hell out of myself last time. Alright, where are we going? Am I on the right track? I think so. I think they want me to just go here. So that's what I'm going to do. Isn't it technically better to leave them in? Otherwise you just let all the blood out? Because if it's poisoned, you're already poisoned.
I am the fear. That bolt is coated in the venom of the Brazilian wandering spider. Soon a most exquisite pain will engulf your entire body. Your limbs will be paralyzed, your lungs cease to draw breath. Eventually your heart will stop beating. Ah, but what fun would that be? Nothing. The boss's apprentice. I will give you fear such as you've never experienced before. Come into my web. It is time for you to feel the fear.
You've been shot with a poison bolt. The poison is spreading throughout your body. Your life is going to keep decreasing unless you do something about it. Hurry and neutralize the poison. Go into the survival viewer and use Cure to give yourself a serum injection. The serum will neutralize the poison, but don't forget to treat the bolt wound itself as well. To treat a bolt wound, you'll need your knife, a styptic, and a disinfectant.
Okay.
Use your knife to dig out the bolt, and then apply styptic and disinfectant to the wound. Follow those steps and the wound should heal right up. Now start the treatment. Hurry!
Oops. Here we go, septic. I do still have a couple. Well, that's gonna be a tough one. So it appears that this guy is the biggest vagina of the bunch so far. At least all the other people had to honor this guy. So like, I'm gonna go invisible and hide like a bitch, and be invisible and like be a bitch. He's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Well, it's just because he sucks. He doesn't have as much skill as the other guys I fought, so he has to rely on shady tactics. Hello. Where's my ointment? I need me my ointment.
want some more.
Where's that disinfect? All right.
The fear! The fear! I see it! The fear!
Okie dokie. Alright, so maybe it was the VRAM. Because we played for like 12 minutes this time with no crash. Cool. Alright, now. Hopefully I won't accidentally go into a trap and die, but there were some things to collect here. It says there's one thing like right here. Where is it? Is it like up here? Oh, I can't just climb up there? Okay. I swear there was some ammo around here somewhere. I'm not gonna look too hard for it. But it was on the freaking map. But whatever. I'm just gonna continue on before something lame happens. I'm pretty sure that's where we go. Let's make sure I'm not going back the way I came. Nope, we're going the right way. Missing out on 2 collectibles back there, but whatever. Back to close quarters. But you know what? I think this is probably a great spot for us to go wrap this video on up.
Alright guys, that's a wrap for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. And since it doesn't support ultra-wide, it just does 1440p. And at least where I was, seemed like it was handling it just fine, maxed out. So that's pretty awesome. Wasn't expecting that. I figured it was going to be like 20, 30 FPS or something like that. But probably would have if I'd tried 4K. Well, actually, I think the other one was like 20 or like 2834 or something like that. The 4070 Ti Super. And rasterization, this thing's still quite a bit ahead of that. So this one's still probably should have been like 4050, but hey, I'll take it. We did get a crash though, so I turned down the VRAM. I think my 7900 XTX just has shitty VRAM, but it is what it is. At least the core seems to be somewhat stable. I also turned that down by like 50 megahertz, and we'll see if we get any more issues. But that is still a great showing. I mean, I wished it didn't have a damn 60 FPS lock on it. I'm sure there's a way to take it off, but when I do get videos for you guys, I just do it how normal people would play. They just usually download Steam, pick play. They don't go through a bunch of other rigmarole. And then the people that do already know how to do it, so I don't really have to. You know, that's at least my thought process on that. But in any case, that's all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.